I'm trying my hand at this voiceover thing for the first time. Right now, I was just applying my Sephora Make No Mistake foundation and concealer stick in the color Walnut. This is one of my favorite foundations. And here you see me just blending it in. I'm using basically all Real Technique brushes except for when I do my under eyebrow concealer. All my brushes, other than that, all my brushes will be Real Technique. Okay, so now I'm using my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour in the shade C12. This is one of my favorite concealers. This is more of the natural color. When I'm using my brighter colors, I'm using C10. Or I'll show y'all when I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. But this is the Makeup Revolution one in C12. So I've recently been liking to use these concealer blending brushes instead of my beauty blender or my Real Technique sponge lately. I used to apply my foundation and concealer all with that, but now I notice I've just been using brushes lately. And like I said, I've been using all Real Technique brushes, and they just happen to be my favorite brushes and work for what I need them to do. So right now I'm setting my concealers with the Maybelline's Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Medium Deep. This has become my favorite powder other than the Coty Airspun, so this is just what I've been using lately. And have we noticed that I'm a redhead now? Yes, I took those braids down because they were irritating me. So now I'm a redhead, and probably just, install some jumbo braids right before I give birth. But yeah, I don't be using chemicals. My hair is already blonde, so whenever I want to switch up the colors, I just remove the color and apply semi-permanent. Now I'm bronzing up my face with the Black Radiance pressed powder in the color Rich Mahogany. This is basically what I always use, is either that or the Black Radiance contour palette. I can't remember the shade I have, but right now I'm just using the pressed powder in Rich Mahogany. So I forgot to mention that I wanted to try doing my eyebrows after I did my face instead of doing eyebrows first. So what I am going to do, I see TaylorMade Jane do this all the time. I'm going to set my eyebrows with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I don't know, I don't believe that's the powder that she uses, but that's the powder I use to set my concealer, and it just makes it to where your eyebrows won't look oily and shiny. So the first thing that I do when I do my eyebrows is carve out the shape basically with the concealer. And the concealer that I use is the NYX Dark Circle Concealer in the shade Deep. It's the concealers that come in the little small pots. It's not like the stick concealer, or like it doesn't use a wand. It's just screw the top off the pot and you dip your brush into it. So to actually outline, shape, and fill in my eyebrows, I use the Makeup Revolution's brow pencil in the color dark brown. I used to use the NYX pencil, the micro pencil. I still use it sometimes, but yeah, that pencil and this pencil is very similar, and I think they are comparable to the ABH pencil. Like, they're really skinny and just so easy to use. They're just perfect. Now to basically set my face, I use another Black Radiance pressed powder, and this is in the color Golden Cashews. This is basically my skin color. I set my whole face with that before I use setting spray. So for blush, I'm using a Problematic palette. So I'm not gonna tell y'all who it's from, but I got it before they became problematic, and I'm using the shade B. Here I'm just using a regular Beauty Supply black eyeliner. It's retractable, so nothing special. For highlight, I still use the Hyper Real Glow palette from MAC that I got a few years ago, and I'm using the lightest shade today, and I'm just pressing that in. This lipstick is from the Beauty Supply. It's called Sugar Butter Lipstick. It's a matte lipstick in the color Stripped. And then on top of that, I just put Maybelline Shine Shot lip gloss, and then I set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Here's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed my first voiceover, and have a blessed December.